We're gonna talk to some people, gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna learn a lot of stuff. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna learn a lot of stuff. Cause Kristen knows blank.
That is true, just like the song says. The whole month of December, I've been doing holiday episodes of the Kristin Knows Blank podcast, and today is no different. And oh my God, do I have a fun episode today with comedian, host, actress Debi Gutierrez. But before we get to that, hi everybody. If you're listening, please just take a second to subscribe to this podcast or follow it, whatever platform you listen. Just help support the show. And I'm Kristin Key. I'm your host. I'm a comedian, a musician, and lactose intolerant. Find me online at my website, kristinkey.com. You can find all my social media there. I'm also on Cameo, so if you want any last-minute gifts that are unusual but deeply personal, that's where I come in. I write personalized song for everybody who gets a cameo, so find me on there. Now, today's episode, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I love the holidays. I love Christmas, but I get the Christmas bug pretty early, and I spend the whole holidays singing Christmas songs, playing Mariah Carey a little too loud, and eating Christmas treats. And that is where our guest comes in today. Debi Gutierrez is not only an amazing comedian and actress and host of many things, she also right now hosts the online show Cooking with Debi, which also has spawned a podcast called Table Talk with Debi and friends. And so, computer lady, play that interview with Debi Gutierrez.
Here is your interview with Debi Gutierrez. She is really good at cooking and very, very funny.
I'm so excited to have you on. Thanks for coming on again. Yeah, you were one of my favorite Mad Mondays guests all year long. And so No, for sure. Like for real. And I was thinking with the holidays, like I've been doing holiday podcasts the whole month of December. And trying to find people that are as excited about the holidays as me. You're a holiday nut too.
I am, because, you got to bring the holiday in this year, especially. And so, I have a cooking show online called Cooking with Debi and Friends. And we're talking about how to bring the holidays back in, how, everybody's like, I can't do this, I can't do that, but you can still do a lot of other things. Right. You can still decorate your house. You can still Zoom people so they can see your decorations. You can still make your holiday favorites, just, in smaller amounts, or give them away, share them.
Yeah, that was my first question to you, is when we talk about gifts that are sendables, what are your favorite gifts, like foodie gifts to give people? What's your go-to?
Well, I'm a big lover of Amazon, and there are all kinds of foodie gifts you can give through Amazon. There's amazing salts for cooks in your life. There's amazing salts like unicorn.
Salts? Like seasoning salt?
Yeah. Unicorn rainbow salt is amazing. It's like this trio of salts that are great for fish and meat and savory. There's great kinds of kosher salts and flaky pretty salts to put on desserts. And what I love about Amazon is that you can actually have it wrapped and sent. For me, I'm sending chocolate covered pretzels.
Now we're talking.
Family.
If someone sent me salt, I would be confused at first.
I
I'd
said
have to call you.
For the foodies.
Who just gave me salt? But now chocolate covered pretzels, I would think someone loves me.
Yeah. And you wrap them up in bubble wrap. I mean, you wrap them up like they're going for surgery, And so I make those for family, and I've been sending those. Cookies are hard to send, but I do. Oh, you want to see my cookies?
Yes, I want to see your cookies. Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. So these are recipes I've used from Sally's Baking Addiction. I don't know if you've heard of her, but oatmeal, chocolate chip, these fun sprinkle things, sugar cookies, which my sister loves. Cookies. Do you? It's such a labor of love, because by the time you're done, you look like somebody who's looking at Home Depot. You ever go to Home Depot and see everybody covered in paint?
Yes.
And grout, and they're looking for that last tool. That's what you look like at the end. And peanut butter.
Oh my God, what a great plate of cookies. Yeah, sugar cookies are my favorite, and they're like a shortbread. Mm-hmm. And then the flavor with just more sugar on them. And it's difficult to make. They're crumbly.
Yes. Most cookies don't survive in mailing. They just don't. So, and I also made like spice nuts for my friends who are vegan. Those are easy to ship, but yeah, so those are some of the goodies that I'm sending. Also, we do a lot in the neighborhood where I just like, hey, I'm going to be at your door, and you just leave a tin of whatever, meatloaves or casseroles or pot pies. So they've been amazing
Oh
taking
my
all
God,
that
I
stuff.
wish I lived in your neighborhood.
I want to make you lasagna. I want to make you lasagna because I felt so bad for you when you were cloistered in that. Oh my gosh. I was sending memes to you, kitty memes, knitting memes, whatever I could think of to make that stay a little bit better for you.
You made it a lot brighter. And my friend Joy did surprise me with with lasagna when I came home. And she's actually this year we're doing a gift exchange, but not together. Like she said, like we always do this like dirty Santa gift swap around the holidays. And this year, because we can't be together, she's going door to door and she'll pick up your gift off your porch and take it to your secret Santa for you. And so she's doing that. And she also said for our Zoom where we open our presents, she's making us all lasagnas. I was like, who is this? This is Santa Claus. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I really want to make a lasagna and maybe have you on the show when we do it.
Yes.
Or I do a table talk podcast on Tuesday. So maybe we cook it on Sunday and we talk about it on Tuesday.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Around your house, like I make one thing every year and that's it. My holiday staple is I make an orange almond glazed poppy seed bread. And that
sounds delicious.
It's the only thing I could bake. I think it probably came from an old church cookbook of my mom's. So
love those.
Some lady in the Middle Earth developed this really bad for you, delicious candy bread, and everybody should get to taste it.
I love those recipes. They don't even give
good.
like any kind of times or something. You know what I mean? They're like,
a pinch,
butter till it looks like this. Yeah, a pinch, a splash. Yeah.
Cook it till golden brown or until your husband says, honey, when's that bread done?
It's done when I say it's done.
What are your staples? Like if you didn't make them, your family would go, what the hell? Where's that? Like, what is your classic holiday treat?
We talked about this a lot this year, especially with the cooking show and with shopping being the way it is. It used to be, I'm out of clothes, I'm going to run to the store, but I don't want to do that anymore. Everything has to be really careful with, living in COVID. So I said, what is your favorite that I make on Christmas? And they all said ham. I go, I'm going to make the ham. No potatoes, no mac and cheese, none of that. Just a ham, a beautiful ham. If you put it in a tortilla, there you go. If you put it on a piece of bread, you have a sandwich. If you put it next to your eggs, you have ham and eggs. If you put it on what's that new thing that people are doing that I've done for years? Charcuterie or whatever.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie
is, I think, charcuterie is something that happens when sharks attack.
Oh, not that.
It's a charcuterie.
It's so funny because moms have been doing that forever,
Yeah.
We've been doing it since the 60s. And then all of a sudden the Karens come through with like, look at this.
A charcuterie. It's a charcuterie.
Yeah.
It's just meat and cheese. Meat and cheese with some,
Yeah, so I throw the ham on there with some Gouda and there you go.
Oh my gosh.
The ham will be present and then some Christmas cookies. And we've all agreed to take the power back this Christmas. And instead of focusing on we can't do, we're focusing on we can do, which means no bras.
Yes.
Yes, I know. Travis is so excited. He doesn't have to deal with all that pinching and squeezing. Because like my favorite thing to do after I take off my bra is a good motorboat, just that. And then I tell him, okay, now you do me. And so we're going to do pajamas all day. The ham will be there. You figure it out. These are adults, my kids are all adults now. Well, one is the only one available, but and that's how it's going to be. Pajamas all day. We're going real light on the gifts. We're just so grateful to be healthy and to be able to have more than we deserve and be able to give the way we give. And so that's our big thing. So just real quiet, grateful pajama day, Christmas.
I love it.
Yeah.
Do you remember, I think this year more than ever, I've been more nostalgic than usual, because it's just going to be the two of us here. And we're looking forward to it. We're going to have so much fun. We're going to play games, work puzzles, play a couple video games. Like we never get to do this because we're always working. And so it'll be real fun. But we've been thinking about like things in the past or things that like in a happy way, what will we look forward to next time or what from our past do we miss? Like, is there like a dish or a treat or tradition from your childhood that really springs to mind when you think about the holidays?
Tamales.
Wow.
And the tamales would be a big party, which is why people aren't doing tamales this year, because traditionally you get everybody together. And I remember going to drop something off at my friend's house in the middle of her tamale party. Next thing you know, I've got, the Mexican apron and my hair and a bandana, and I'm up to my head, I'm making tamales. And it's so funny because you drink. So the tamales are really beautiful, like the first couple hours, and then at the last, you're like, whatever. And like some tamales don't even have meat, but not in a good way. They just never got to the filling with the cheese and the chili. And it's like, this is all masa, this has a toy soldier in it. What is going on? But, so we have some really nice restaurants around that are small business that we're trying to keep, going. So we'll be ordering tamales from there. And Kristin, that's another thing. I'll heat them up once. You can eat a tamale cold. It isn't going to kill you, But yeah, I do miss the big tamale party,
Do you do that Christmas Eve? We always have, like, I was asking my brother this, like, what do you guys, because Christmas Day is like the dinner, the ham. We're having ham this year for Christmas. But on Christmas Eve, everybody seems to have their own family Christmas Eve. And Molly's family always did Mexican food Christmas Eve. And so we're going to make enchiladas this year. And I asked my brother was like, oh, we always did pizza, remember? And I was like, oh yeah, Mom and Dad. It's like pizza Christmas Eve because like Mom's like, I'm not cooking tonight. I'm not cooking. Tomorrow I got to cook all day,
Right. Yeah, it was just that, what I'm looking forward to too is that with the big Christmases, Travis's family lives back east. We were the only family that didn't have in-laws to go to. And it's such a shame because sometimes you'll get there and people would hurry us up, because they have to go to another place. And so what had happened is the girls really liked when we would just come back here and relax and put on our pajamas. So that's what we're going to do. And we always had pizza on Christmas Eve because him not having family here, we had nobody to see. I'm like, let's just do pizza. Let's just do pizza. So, and it's time to take Christmas back and make new holidays and remember what you did in 2020.
Yeah.
What you had, what you did, Yeah.
We'll definitely remember this one. That's the key takeaway for me this year. It's like there are so many that kind of blend together. We're at this family, we travel there, but this year we'll stand out. It can be a really bright memory because
absolutely.
It is what we make of it, and we can make this so special with the people we get to be around, or even the ones that we're seeing over Zoom. It can be really special. So I love that message, taking it back.
Me too. And Thanksgiving, my oldest is, she got married March 14th, which was
remember this. Oh,
the day before.
It went down from like 300 to like 200 to like 100 to like 80.
Exactly. And we're just giving away booze and cake, like whole layers of cake. And, and tipping everybody out because we knew they weren't going to be working for a while. And so she got married March 14th. They moved to a family home in Pennsylvania that was left to her husband. It's a beautiful home. And she just announced that she's having a baby boy. I know, to be a grandma. I'm going to be a
exciting.
Oh, a baby boy. And,
oh my God.
You've met Pilar, my youngest, and she's like, I can't wait to teach him how to play the ukulele and say bad words.
Or there's a musical comedian, do both at the same time.
Yeah. So anyway, she called on Thanksgiving, and we literally put her at a chair at the table, and she had dessert because of the time change, and we had or time zone difference, and we had dinner, and so. Kristin, it just kills me that people are like, but it's Thanksgiving and I have to see my family. No, live to see your family another.
Right. I want to hug my grandparents again. I want to hug my mom again. So I'm like, they call me bubble girl, but I'm like,
good.
No, I just don't leave the house. We're fine here. It's like, we will get to see each other again. There will be another holiday. There'll be a big family holiday, and hopefully all those chairs will be filled.
Absolutely. Hug till you break somebody's spleen.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I miss it. I have my days. We all have our days where you just go in the closet and cry a little bit. I tell you what, though, my show has saved me, just what had happened is, I went to the grocery store and it was horrible. It was horrible. It was scary. People weren't talking. It was gloves and masks and it was right at the beginning. And I came home and I told Travis that, no, it's so scary. I'm going to talk to my friends who are shopping and show them how to cook out of things out of their pantry. And, I used to do the Chew. I was a co-host on the Chew, and that's all we did was cook. So it just turned into this little show that could. And we have new cooks, seasoned cooks. We have a new podcast that goes with it where, people come on and people really look forward to the laughter and the fun and the ability to learn how to cook something new or visit something old. Like we made sloppy joes. I can't tell you how many people weighed in on that. And then
that is a very personal recipe. I have a sloppy joe recipe and I'm already well, how do you make yours? Because mine's not good. It's just good to me because that's how we grew up. Because now I'm my wife's why are you cooking with ketchup? I was it's an old family recipe.
I do, yeah. And you'd be surprised when you throw it out there how many people are my mom used ketchup or my mom used a tablespoon of peanut butter in the mole or whatever.
Yeah.
But the one thing that surprised me about sloppy joes, because I served them with French fries, I made French fries, was people say no tater tots.
Really?
Sloppy joe. What do you serve yours with?
Sour cream and onion potato chips. Lay's is my favorite way to have them. And it has to be either plain Lay's or sour cream and onion Lay's served on the side. And together they're my childhood comes back.
Yeah.
It's it's really special.
Yeah.
Oh, but I would take a tater tot. Yeah.
Right? And then we made mole. I don't know if you know anything about
I know,
mole.
I do. It's a complex,
it
dark, was it like coffee, chocolate, something like that?
Yeah, dark chocolate. And it comes in a jar where all you have to do is zhuzh it up. And that's what I tell them to do. I'm very much like that. Don't reinvent the wheel.
Right.
Juanita already did it for you. So what had happened was I emptied the jar and somebody typed in the comments, you have to save the jar because they make great drinking glass. And damn if they don't. And so, stuff like that happens. I think, were you on the Instapot?
Yes.
Were you in the audience for that?
Yes.
When we just couldn't figure it out. Mm-hmm. And the audience literally talked us through.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what these shows though, your community watching your show, it does, you feel like you're cooking with your family, which is something right now a lot of us don't get to do. Most holidays, I'm in the kitchen with my mom and we're talking our way through recipes and stuff like that. I can't have that. But when you're in the kitchen, we get to be there with you and it's special. And you've created a place for people to come and feel like family. Yeah. And that's what like my Friday Live at Fives, this group of people that,
I love that show.
I love the people that come on and it's weird how big of a deal some comments back and forth, it makes you feel like you're in a room with people. Cause I always tell later, I'm and I was talking to these people and Molly goes, you weren't talking to them. I was
yes, you were.
But I was we were I get it that I'm the only one there and they're commenting, but we are together in this room and it really is special.
It is. And I love when they start talking to each other.
Yes. Yeah. Cause now we have a community. Yeah.
Right. And Travis's dad, who's very Midwestern and just in his thinking and next thing he finds somebody on watching my show, Sandra Valls. Have you seen Sandra Valls' karaoke show?
Oh, so yes. The karaoke show.
He's singing with Latina, gay Sandra Valls and has, and so you're bridging these communities together. People who may have never, ever had a gay friend, all of a sudden has, like my father-in-law has a gay friend, you know? So that has happened and that's pretty cool. So I'm excited about that.
I mean, as much as we talk about how the country's divided, I think this pandemic really is bringing a lot of us closer together and little by little, breaking down some of these little walls because we are all flooded to the internet, looking for some content, looking for a feel good. And some of us are at the same show feeling good on opposite sides of the political universe. And we realize, we're laughing together. We're cooking together. We're smiling together. Maybe we're not that different after all.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Or, my family includes 2 uncles. Pilar's family includes 2 uncles. So to have them on the show together in their Santa hats talking about how they're celebrating Christmas in Florida. We had somebody from Florida, Texas, and Cali. And man, it was totally different the way people are celebrating. Texas is like, woohoo!
Nothing has happened in Texas. Everything's open. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
More the merrier.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's nice because we don't make a big mention of it. The only time we really mention how supportive we are of the community, and we have 2 children in it, we have an L and a T, was in June when we did the whole month dedicated to LGBTQ, and then we made this impossible. You remember that
the cake
Jello salad?
The in the rainbow colors, but it turned out you cut it. It was perfect.
Yes, but we almost
just like the LGBTQs, just perfect, just the way it is.
Just the way it is.
That's the way it is.
Yeah. So there's an opportunity to reach out to people, or like with you, when I said, hey, do you sew? And you wrote back, yes, because I knew you crocheted.
Like a grandmother. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, because Maximum Hope, which is a charity that's near and dear to my heart, with the hospice kids, it was at the start of the pandemic and nobody had masks. Yep. And I remember texting you saying, do you sew? And you wrote yes. And I said, would you be willing to make masks? And the next thing you know, they were getting these deliveries of beautiful personal masks,
superhero
for
masks,
little kids, children, and nobody was doing that at the time. You were ahead of your game, girl.
Oh, it's the little things like that that got me through the beginning of this. It's like anything to have a purpose and not just feel like, feel sorry for myself. But if I have something to do, I'm not thinking about me. I'm thinking about, making straight stitches and making sure this one has ear loops,
Yeah. And they appreciated it so much. I go and visit charity, take what I can. And, food is a big thing. And people who watch our show donated a lot of food to Maximum Hope. And so every time I see her, she brings up those masks.
Oh, that's great. And guys, if you're listening right now, Maximum Hope is a fantastic charity. If you're looking for some last-minute holiday donations, go to Maximum Hope. It is a wonderful cause. It started by Brad Garrett, and he named it after his 2 kids, Max and Hope. And they make it to where terminally ill children don't have to worry, or their families don't have to worry.
Right.
So it's fantastic, and it spreads a lot of love. And
absolutely, yeah.
Well, we've come to a time in the show for a game.
It's time for 5 quick questions.
I'm going to ask you 5 quick questions. This week I've written them specifically for you. This is about holidays and holiday treats. Question number 1. What kind of cookie is best to make someone fall in love with you?
Chocolate chip.
Wow, that was so fast. And that is correct. Okay, question number 2. What is the fartiest casserole?
What would it be? Something but Brussels sprouts aren't a fruit.
It's not, no. Fartiest. What is the fartiest?
Oh, fartiest. Oh, I thought you said fruitiest.
All right, let me repeat the question.
Okay.
What is the most fart-inducing casserole?
Green bean and onion casserole.
That is the correct answer.
Yeah.
Question number 3. What is the best food for throwing?
Pizza's pretty fun if you can get a whole one. Remember that scene?
It's like a frisbee.
A frisbee. Like on Breaking Bad when he threw that pizza on the roof in one take. Oranges you could do kind of like let's see. What is the best food for throwing?
Okay.
Pizza's great. Tortillas. Oh my God, tortillas. Woo, woo.
Is that your final answer?
Tortillas.
That's the correct answer.
What? Am I going to win a car? Okay, let's see. Number 4.
Okay, number 4. What is the best pie to throw in someone's face?
Oh, something with whipped cream or a lemon meringue. I'm going to say lemon meringue. That'll stick to your face and slide down slow.
Yeah. And I don't care for lemon meringue pie, so I would love to throw that in someone's face.
Have you been hit with a pie?
I've never been hit with a pie.
Oh, it hurts so bad. And, in this business, they're like, can you ride an ostrich? Sure. Can you roller skate on the freeway? Absolutely. I did a commercial years ago for eBay, and I had to learn how to skate during my lunch hour. And then, so Travis came and taught me how to skate, and I was skating downhill singing the camera, but nobody taught me how to stop.
Oh
so
my God.
He just had to catch me. So, but in this business, so yeah, I've been hit with a pie, but the person who hit me went up. So when they pulled it down, instead of the lovely whipped cream, it was blood.
Oh my!
You can break somebody's nose like that.
You got to be ginger with the pie. There's still a nose attached.
Right.
Well, that's good to know. Okay, guys, if you're ever going to throw a pie in someone's face, use a soft pie and a gentle touch. Last question, number 5. What is the number one thing you should never do with a turkey?
Well, you shouldn't really make it dance and stuff because then people don't want to eat it. You don't want to name it because then kids cry when you serve it. You don't want to undercook it.
The number one thing you don't want to do is undercook your turkey. That's the correct answer. And now it's time for Rad Libs. I know you've done one before because we did one last time you were on the show, but for our listeners, if you don't understand what a Rad Lib is, I wrote a story specifically for you for this time, and I've left out some parts of speech. If you give me those parts of speech together, we will make a hilarious story. Are you ready to play?
I need a drink.
Okay.
Scotchy.
She's primed. She's primed and ready. I need a time of day.
Noon.
We're off to a great start. A type of dwelling.
Hut.
Yes. A verb ending in ing.
Roller skating.
Yes. How are you so good at these? An animal.
A llama.
Ooh, a llama. I love those. My friend had a llama farm.
They've got great PR people on them, I'm telling you. See them everywhere.
I would like to see more of them, to be honest. They're
right?
Wonderful. They are wonderful.
So much better than the alpacas.
Agreed. Yeah, take that, alpacas. We're llama fans here. An article of clothing.
Brassiere. That's what my dad used to call it, a brassiere. Don't hang your brassiere off your doorknob.
Why were you hanging your brassiere off your doorknob?
Because it works. It's right there. It's the last thing I put on, over the clothes. It's a statement piece.
All right, that's where we're going to start hanging our brassieres, right on the front door.
You've never hung your bra on a doorknob?
My bras are so small, they go missing. Like you can
like the socks that live in the dryer.
Yeah. My little bra, who knows where it is?
No,
I think I'm using it as a coaster right now. An adverb.
Merrily.
A man's name.
Gerard. He's the patron saint of infertile women.
A verb ending in ing.
Cooking.
Yes. Another adverb.
Playfully.
A food.
Christmas tamales.
A noise.
Like a onomatopoeia, like something that like ding dong.
Ooh, ding dong. That's your noise. Perfect.
Okay.
Something you say in confusion.
Son of a bitch. That's my favorite. It goes anywhere you want.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. Surprise, son of a bitch.
Someone walks through your yard, you see it on the ring cam. Son of a bitch.
Right. Somebody brought you cupcakes, you didn't expect it.
Son of a bitch. Oh, I love it. An adjective.
Colorful.
A number.
14.
A celebrity.
Oprah.
An adjective.
Beautiful.
Oh, a food.
Cactus. It's called nopales in English, and you make them like you get the little thorns out, and they're almost like an eggplant in texture.
Okay.
And will take on whatever flavor you put on it.
It's like Mexican tofu.
Exactly. That's how I'm going to explain it to people.
Oh, look at me. Okay.
Yeah.
Something you yell that's not son of a bitch.
Get over here.
A brand of household cleaner.
How long did it take you to do this? You're so thorough. Mr. Clean.
A U.S. president.
Can it be a future U.S. president?
Absolutely.
Joe Biden.
A fictional character.
The Grinch.
A noun.
Light bulb.
A verb ending in ed.
Boiled. God damn it, I'm nervous.
An adjective.
Ugly?
Yes.
Okay. Oof.
We have
oh my God, I'm sweating.
A story. We have a story. A Christmas poem. 'Twas the noon before Christmas, and all through the hut. Not a creature was roller skating, not even a llama. The braziers were hung by the fire merrily, in hopes that Saint Gerard soon would be there.
Inseminating everybody.
The children were cooking playfully in their beds, while visions of tamales danced in their heads. When out on the lawn arose such a ding-dong, I sprang from my bed and said, "Son of a bitch!" And what to my wondering eyes should appear but a colorful sleigh, and 14 reindeer. From the red suit and hat and his boots so slick, I knew in an instant it must be Oprah.
She has the money, girl. She has the money.
She had red cheeks and a beautiful belly that shook when she laughed like a bowl full of cactus.
Also Oprah.
She's been working on that for a long time. He smiled at the reindeer. They did the same as he shouted, "Get over here!" and called them by name. On Dasher, on Prancer, on Mr. Clean, on Vixen, on Joe Biden, on the Grinch, on Lightbulb, on Blitzen. And I heard him exclaim as he boiled out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all an ugly night."
He was done. He was done.
Thank you again for coming on, for doing this, for telling us all about your family holiday traditions, for my
you.
5 quick questions for all of it. And I could not love you more. Thank you for
Me
being
too.
my friend.
And I can't wait to have you on our show. I have a present for your listeners.
Oh, I want to see your present. I want to see
Okay.
your present. Yeah.
Well, I have like I said, the podcast and the cooking show, and we're going to have you on, which is going to be fantastic.
I cannot wait. I can't wait.
I know. You're going to be a great guest. The website is cookingwithdebbieandfriends.com/shop. If you go there, Travis, who is also a musician like you, this is his album, and it's really nice. Like, we put it on the other night and just went looking at lights.
Aw.
You can talk over it. It's not like, you're not going to get a big sing-along. It just really is serene and beautiful.
That's
And so
wonderful.
this is available to your listeners if they go to my website, to the shopping part, and they just type in podcast free.
Wonderful. All right, guys, make sure and check out that album and watch Debi Gutierrez's cooking show. The podcast that follows called Table Talk with Debbie and Friends.
I love those recipes. They don't even
So
give
good.
like any kind of times or something. You know what I mean?
Merry Christmas.
Mwah. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.
Gift wrapping Debi Gutierrez and shipping her first class.
Oh my God, I've got to get that computer lady fixed. Guys, how great is Debi Gutierrez? And thank you for listening today. Again, if you like this podcast, please take a second to like it and subscribe to it or follow it. I'm Kristin Key. You can like me and find me and follow me from my website, kristinkey.com. Well, that's it. This is the last podcast episode this year. I can't believe how this year went, but I'm so grateful that I got to start this podcast. Thank you everyone that's been supporting this podcast, listening to Mad Mondays, coming to my Friday Live at 5 shows. Thank you so much for supporting me this year, because it's you guys that really kept me going. So until next year, bye.
We're gonna talk to some people, gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna learn a lot of stuff. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna learn a lot of stuff. 'Cause Kristen